Hi, this video is brought to you by Tech Direct Archive. In this video, I'll be showing you how to configure Windows device inactivity limit locally and domain wide. It is very okay to configure Windows device inactivity limit locally and domain wide because due to security reasons, it is now more than important than ever that your computer screen is locked when the system is inactive or idle for some time. A Windows user can just lock a computer screen themselves by using the shortcut key Windows key plus letter L. That's window key L on your system, the L key. But you can set up your system to auto lock a screen, and when your computer is also part of a domain system, you can auto lock it instead of you doing it yourself. The standard and best approach is to also, that's if you are in a domain environment, is to implement a group policy that will automatically lock the screen of the entire workstations or machines or users on the Active Directory domain. So I'm going to show you 3 steps now. The one and two, the first and the second step is locally, while the third one is making use of GPU to set up this configuration on a domain environment. So the first thing we are going to do is configuring Windows device inactivity limit locally using local security policy. So that is what I'm going to show you. First thing I'm going to show you now. So let me go into the system now. Then I'm going to run security policy command. So let's run security policy. So let me run this. So immediately it opens, then let's click on security options. Let's expand local policies first. Then let's look for security options. So on this security options, when you click it, you get to see all the policies. So we are going to locate interactive logon. So let's scroll down. Interactive logon, machine inactivity limit. So that's what we are looking for. This is it here. So I'm going to double click it now. So it's already set for 60 seconds. So what this means is that immediately our system is idle for 60 seconds. It should lock up. It should lock the system up automatically. So you can either reduce this or increase it. Yes. So whatever you set here, immediately your system gets to that threshold, the session, the idle session or idle time, I would say. Immediately it gets to this 300 seconds, it will automatically lock. Your system will automatically lock up. So this is one way to do that, making use of the local security option on your system. So if you do not want it to lock up, then you just set this to 0. So that's all. about it, then you have to set the limit time. So the next thing we are going to make use of is using registry editor. So I'm going into registry editor. So let me check if this is still recording. Yeah. So now inside the registry editor, then I'm going to look for H key local machine. This is it. I'm going to expand it. Then I'll also look for Microsoft, Microsoft HK local machine software rather, software, then Microsoft current version. Going to look for current version. This is current version. Let me scroll down. We're inside Windows. Oh, sorry, this is Microsoft. Microsoft, we are supposed to, after Microsoft, we're supposed to look for Windows. So we are looking for Windows now. So this is Windows. So after Windows, then current version. This is current version. Then policies. Let's look for P. This policy. Let me expand this. So these policies for system. This is system. So under this system now, we now check for inactivity timeout sex. Activity timeout sex. This is it here. So let me double click on it. So we currently have this value here. So inside this value data box, we can enter the inactivity timeout in seconds and click OK. So whatever you enter here, let's say you just enter 60, it means once the system is idle, is inactive for 60 seconds, then the system should lock up. So that's what it means. So you can enter any value here which will count as seconds for you. So this is the second way to make sure you lock up your system after some inactivity period. So I've showed you local security and also the making use of the registry editor. So now I'm going to jump into our domain environment now. I'm going to enter our Active Directories server to create a group policy object so that we can use that to also control our systems on the domain, so that whenever any system is inactive, that system will lock up, making use of the GPO that has been created on the Active Directory. So let me log in into my AD server now. So my server is up now. Then on my server manager, I want to launch my group policy objects or the group policy management. So I just go to under tools. I scroll down Okay, this is it here, group policy management. So I click on it. So under this now, I want to create a new group policy object. So you can see group policy objects. These are what I've created under it. So if you want to create a new one, it's just to right click on it, then click new. So let's say I want to create say bug bug GPO. So then I'll just click on OK. This up. So I just click on OK. So you can see it here now. It's already a bug GPO under group policy object. So the next thing now is to edit it. So I'm going to right click on it and click edit. So under edit here, I'll go to computer configuration, policies. Let me expand it. Windows settings. Let me expand this as well. Settings. Let me go to security settings. Then let me look for local policies. Local policies, this is it here. So let me expand that. Then we'll now look for security options. So these security options. So under the security options, then we look for interactive logon, machine inactivity limit, just the same way we did for the local local security on our workstation on our local system, the one we did. So, but this one is on the server environment on the group policy management editor. So, I'm going to look for interactive logon now. Let me scroll down. So, interactive logon, machine inactivity. This is it here. So, I'm going to double click on it. So, I can now define my policy setting. So, I have to check on this. Then I can now specify the time. I can just state 300 seconds. So after 300 seconds, any workstation that is idle, that is inactive, is going to get logged up. So immediately we say this, we just click OK. Then we are done on setting the group policy object. So the next thing now is to link that GPO in our domain. So after creating the group policy object, we need to link it. So let me click this. Let me say okay. So let's go back. This is domain. So I'm going to right click on our domain. Then I will now select link and active and existing GPO. So let's search. Okay, this is it here. Bug GPO. We have it here. Then let's just select it and click OK. So we have now linked the group policy object to our domain now. So what we need to do is to now wait for it to propagate to all the workstations, to all the servers that are connected to this domain. But if you want to see the immediate action, the immediate effect of this group policy object, you can just use GP update slash force. What this will do is to enforce this policy immediately. But if you don't want to enforce it immediately, just wait for some period and the GPO will be replicated to every workstations on the domain. So this is how you can try as much as possible to guard against inactivity on your domain environment by creating this group policy object to act as a security check on any workstation that is inactive. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.